His biggest moment for England.
No, but the comeback, the penalty against Argentina.
None of you can hold.
He was one of them people hanging up his hanging up the thing in it.
Grudge, man. I still got an issue with Beckham from 1998. So who from the current squad will be being debated alongside these iconic names? You've got names like Beckham, names like Rooney, names like Owen. From this current squad, whose name belongs in this pantheon of greats? What's happening, everyone, and welcome to 888 Sport. I am thoroughly looking forward to this video. We're going all nostalgic. We're going to be ranking the top 5 England players through their legacy, their iconic moments. What England player do you believe has that iconic moment? The players I would love for you to rank are Paul Gascoigne, icon. David Beckham, hero. Harry Kane, weird shout. Michael Owen and Wayne Rooney. This is going to be glorious. Chaps, get ranking.
Good bit of fun, this.
Right, I think we've all got our list compiled. Let's reveal it in 3, 2, 1. I've got Gaza 1. What have you gone for? Gaza's.
We've all got Rooney
3 out of 4 Gaza.
This is quite similar, you know.
We've all got Owen 3.
No,
you've got him 2.
I've got
Okay,
Owen,
that's the only
Owen
difference.
2.
I don't mind that shout, though.
So you've all gone Gaza, yeah?
Gaza,
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? It's 2 images that I think will just last forever. Like, I reckon that our grandchildren's grandchildren will do the dentist chair. I think they will. I genuinely do. I swear. Over Colin Hendry, past Andy Gorham, our grandchildren will be doing that. I don't think there's any other iconic celebration quite like it. Oh, against Scotland.
It's mental.
Over Hendry, who'd won the league
And,
2 years
and
before.
just on a personal, for me, like, I used to live in Wembley, like, just round the back. So during Euro 96, my mum always says that's when I really got into football, because I could hear every goal that went in at Wembley Stadium. You could hear it from the flats we used to live in.
Came alive.
And just I remember that England and the roar from, you know, a couple of miles away.
Yeah.
I could just hear it.
I mean, that, and then obviously the tears in 1990. You know, Italia 90.
Into the camp
You remember
as well.
remember Lineker doing the whole thing, and it like
Gaza's an icon, man. I'm not going to argue against him being first. For me, Beckham just, you know, had more in my time. I think the one that stands out most, the Greece free kick to get them into that, was it the Euros that time of the World Cup?
To qualify automatically, it was slightly overblown. It was to qualify automatically.
Rory.
It was massive.
It was slightly
that weren't
overblown.
overblown, Rory.
It was.
Rory,
massive.
the pressure was on, mate.
It was
No, but
crazy.
it was unnecessary.
And it was at Old Trafford, mate.
Ah.
Mate.
It was
It was
wait,
different gravy.
And then you have the whole Simeone.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then
His biggest moment for England.
No, but
was
then the comeback, the
no,
penalty
there's
against
no grudge
Argentina. The
anymore.
penalty
This
against
sounds-
Argentina.
this is
None of you can hold.
He was one of them people hanging up his hanging up the thing in it.
Grudge, man. I still got an issue with Beckham from 1998. How can you? How
he
can
put
you
it
not
right.
Hold a
He
grudge.
put it right with the penalty.
You've just watched his documentary, remembered how much you hated him,
haven't
and we've
watched
just
the
watched the documentary,
I
remember how great he was.
I would never watch a documentary.
And you know what part of
nothing other than propaganda.
You know what part of being an icon as well, yeah, is kind of, obviously we're talking England, but we're talking off the pitch a little as well. And Gaza had that famous hair, but Beckham had even bigger hairstyles. He had even bigger, fashion moments. He became a superstar.
You're about to start talking about sarongs here.
No. That was a bit too much. But in 2020, you could argue in 2024 he was ahead of his time.
Tell him.
Go out now and see how many people are walking around in sarongs now, mate.
Do you know what?
Icon.
I do concede, as much as I'm kind of joking. David Beckham was amazing. I love the way that he approaches playing for England as well. Like, now he even still says, I'm available. I will never retire from England. I think that's amazing. You got players who go, I'm retiring from international football. You've got Ben White saying that he doesn't want to play for England. You've got David Beckham going, I will never. If England need me, I'm there. Do you remember he went to South Africa just
in case.
Yeah. Do you remember? Like, I think. And do you know the other thing with Beckham, which I think has been ridiculously forgotten? Like, ridiculously forgotten. Literally one of the best footballers to have ever existed. And people forget that. Like, people don't seem to acknowledge. You know what I saw? It just popped up on my Twitter feed the other day. A goal that he scored against Real Madrid in front of the Stretford end. The quick feet, the quick turn of pace from him. He shimmies the ball from one foot to the other, plays it in and pings it into the opposite.
Just inside the box from the right-hand side. People underrate him.
People think that Beckham was like, especially in new age football now when football's changed, he wouldn't be able to play in this era because, there's a right winger, left winger, it wouldn't work in a free. Don't be so silly.
Mate, I did David Beckham.
He'd take the piss out. Have you seen the standard of what it is now?
I did
He'd
David
take
Beckham
the piss
in my
out of this
all-time
whole
Premier League
generation.
11. We were asked to do an all-time Premier League 11 on a show. And I put David Beckham in it and everybody laughed at me. I was like literally everybody. It was like, are you an idiot? I was like,
The disrespect.
People think he's a free kick merchant.
Yeah, it's mad.
Or he could just cross.
It's so forgotten. You know, he should have won a Ballon d'Or that year. You know, the year that Manchester United won the treble. David Beckham was iconic in that. They knocked Barcelona out along the way, and Rivaldo wins the Ballon d'Or, and David Ginola wins the Premier League Player of the Year.
That was the year after all of the abuse he was receiving, right?
Yeah, the year after
99. Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
and that demonstrates how amazing he was as well.
The mentality to come back after that is ridiculous. He's a joke of an icon.
No, he is.
What he done for England as, you know, poster boy, you know, the leader, big moments. Yes, he had that moment of, you know, where he had a moment of redemption. His journey had everything. Yeah. It had moments of lapses of concentration, mistakes, redemption. Yeah,
it's a feature.
There you go. It's brilliant.
Shakespearean.
You're good enough, you can bring it out. You know what I mean?
It's also quite similar, just based on kind of talent as well. Really, I think Rooney obviously goes a bit higher in terms of individual talent, but it's quite similar on this.
I'd have Rooney top if it was that.
Yeah, but it kind of goes down the list in terms of player ability as well. I'd probably swap Owen and Rooney together.
I get that.
Do you know what I mean? Because that's what I mean. It's the iconic moments, obviously.
I think Owen. Again, do you know what I think's happened with Michael Owen? And I don't quite understand why. I had actually a bit of a Twitter exchange, weirdly, with Jamie Carragher about this. Jamie Carragher put something out talking about like the best Liverpool finishers ever. And in the list was Diogo Jota. Wasn't Michael Owen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I saw that.
Wait, what? What are you doing? People have forgotten, I think, because some people find Michael Owen fairly uninspiring. Maybe they don't like him. He hasn't really got a set of fans that back him because he played for Liverpool.
He's in a weird space.
Chester, went to Man United, won them the league. You know, he hasn't really got
to no one.
He hasn't got a set of fans.
But growing up,
the best when I was a kid.
When he was 18,
kids in my school had Michael Owen pencil cases, like the goals and that. Like
going to school in like year 4, year 5, he was on every magazine, left, right, and centre. He was the poster boy. 17
when I was a
years
kid,
old, 16 years old.
It was Beatlemania. It was Beatlemania.
Yeah, it was
like
crazy.
I've never seen anything like.
But you know what else with him as well? It's the long because he started getting injuries and then fading out, and then people remember the start. And Real Madrid didn't work.
For England, that Argentina moment was the moment.
It was them early Liverpool years when he was unplayable. And the cup final against Arsenal.
There was the other Argentina moment. So there was the obvious moment when he scores that unbelievable goal in Saint Etienne. Pushes Paul Scholes out the way to ping it in. Like unbelievable. Runs from the halfway line. Like absolutely outrageous. But you know, when Beckham being at the top of your list, for example, Turkish, Beckham would kind of owe a bit debt of gratitude to Owen because you know the goal that actually was the redemption arc. It was the penalty against Argentina.
He won that,
That was Michael Owen.
Yeah, he won the penalty.
Pochettino. That was Michael Owen doing, which has now become a normal thing. You know the Saka kick out to make sure. That was the first time I'd ever seen it. That was Michael Owen kicking Pochettino, winning a penalty. I just think that Michael Owen is he
does get disrespected.
Forgotten.
Even when he was forgotten about, when he came back and done what he done at United, it's massively under the radar still.
One of the last kick of the game.
Massively under the radar.
I know. I think Michael Owen is one of the best footballers I've ever seen.
Massive iconic.
He's one of the what could have been players because he, it's the injuries that pretty much ended it early.
Or disregarded.
He won a Ballon d'Or.
He
won the Ballon d'Or.
That's how good he was.
A bit like what I said about Beckham. Michael Owen wasn't in my all-time Premier League team, but he kind of could have been. I could have made a case for it. And if he was, everybody would have been
the longevity of it.
Insulted.
Yeah, because of the longevity of it.
But if I put Suarez, people would have gone fine. If I put Torres, people would have gone fine.
Yeah, you're right.
But like he won back-to-back Golden Boots as a teenager. Do you remember that against Wimbledon? They celebrate like that.
Yeah, wicked.
Unbelievable.
And he was his pace was so frightening. Like you'd not really seen a player like that so young.
He had such an edge as well. You know, for being like sort of a very pretty teenager.
Yeah.
Filth. Yeah. Filth, like right edge in his game.
I just feel like the adversities that Gaza had to come through for the talent he had, he has to be out there.
Do you think Gaza, this is very difficult, particularly with Rooney on the list, is Gaza the most naturally gifted Englishman to have ever lived?
Arguably up there, yeah.
I think it's Rooney.
Is it Rooney?
I think it's only those two. Like Hoddle was amazing.
Waddle and Hoddle.
Do you know what I'm saying? Those guys were unbelievable.
I think Beckham gets disrespected in this regard as well.
As the most gifted ever. He weren't better.
Bro, I don't think this is why.
He mastered the art of set pieces. He mastered the art of crossing. Not many players in our lifetime have mastered the art of anything.
But he still couldn't do what Rooney could do.
individual grabbing the game from in the middle areas of the pitch.
If we laughed about him coming back to England, but let's just say there's a free kick 30 yards out in the final.
Of course.
He'd be maybe a candidate now. This summer.
I'm telling you now. There was
put him on the bench.
Can I tell you this?
Just for the free kick.
There was a treble reunion game, right? 2 years ago, Old Trafford, I think it was.
Is he wicked?
Mate, I'm telling you now, him and Scholes. I went. They need to play.
Mate, if
They need to play. Go on the treadmill, but get a bit fit.
Bukayo Saka in the Champions League for that corner in the last minute. I'm telling you one thing.
Why?
Beck's in there. Bring him on for that corner. I'm telling you.
And he'd do it in a pair of Stan Smiths. He wouldn't need the credit. He'd just do it in his normal clothes. Now.
Yeah. So he's amazing. Like David Beckham, it was a cultural phenomenon. And none of us have mentioned Harry Kane.
No.
He is England's top goal scorer.
No need.
He's England's top goal scorer. World Cup Golden Boot.
Yeah, good things.
Default 5th.
Yeah, I agree at the moment.
Really, I'd say Ashley Cole probably has a better because
I think
defensively he's had iconic moments.
Paul Ince in Rome. Paul Ince in Rome is Terry Butcher.
Yeah, definitely.
Busted open, yeah.
Paul Ince in Rome, man. He's right captain. I think there's Sheringham Shearer. I think there's lots before Kane, but Kane still has the opportunity. None of the others will captain England to a tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a great question for you all. Right, I'm gonna do it one at a time. Sean, I'll start with you.
Go on.
If you could bring one of these players into this England team, what would guarantee us victory in the Olympic Stadion on the 24th of June?
In this list, I'd have to go with Gaza. I'd still go with Gaza. Yeah, I have to.
Okay.
I feel like because with Beckham, obviously on the right-hand side, I feel like we've got something in Saka. So you're looking at the players that are in these positions. Owen, obviously, Kane is here now, and Kane's already in this list. So it's credit to Kane for even being in that list. But like Rooney, the second kind of striker.
Okay, take it off this list. What about just any player from a bygone era?
Oh, well, then I'm looking at my defenders, man, because we're so dross in defence. I'll be looking at John Terry or Rio.
Yeah.
Them two.
Terry, Rio, Cole, isn't it?
John Terry, Rio and Cole.
Paul Ince in that position.
Do you know how mad it is? And this is testament to how good our players actually are now. We're bigging them up. I'm not saying that they're better than the golden generation, right? Individually. However, if you bring in a Scholes or you bring in a Lampard or a Gerrard and stuff, obviously they're levels. Yeah. But it's like, we got Rice, we got Bellingham, we got Foden. Yep. We're all right. We got Saka, we got Kane up front. We're all right. So when I'm looking at actually that list, I'm going Gaza, Owen, Rooney. It's the defence.
Do you know, I've just realised what it is for me.
What about keeper?
David Seaman.
Yeah, I was
thinking
David Seaman.
You're right.
David Seaman.
Because
David Seaman, we win it.
It's all. But
got Joe Hart.
David James.
But that's what annoys me. That's what annoys me with that golden generation, because Bex is in there with the best defenders that we're listing in a generation.
But the problem is with that team, it was the squad. It was the bench. When you look at the first 11, it's amazing. Yeah. But you look at the bench, it's like Danny Mills.
But also, do you know what's weird? Do you know what's weird about that generation and now? We couldn't find an out-and-out left winger to be the person.
Remember that era, yeah.
Joe Cole, Scholes, Lampard might go out there, Gerrard might spend some time out there. Then you get the rogue ones. That doing
Trevor Sinclair having a go.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But really, now we're no closer to finding who's like Anthony Gordon's doing well. Is it going to be him? Rashford's been awful. Does Foden even play out there? It's a bit but we still don't have a left winger. So then Joe Cole then.
Grealish hasn't locked it.
Grealish.
Yeah. Would it be the same for you lot though? Like, what players?
I'd say Rooney.
I'd say Rooney. Out of this list, I'd say Rooney.
Because I think Rooney can play up front. He can play 10. He can play 8. He can play on the right. So
not saying he's as good as Kane, but is Rooney not Kane? We have Rooney.
Rooney's so much better.
Yeah, maybe. But in terms of the position that they occupy.
Yeah, but you know what Rooney is? Like, look, when Berbatov or Tevez came to United, he played on the right equally as good.
Just having Rooney on the pitch.
He'll step back. He's also the type of guy, look, in the Champions League final, Liverpool, Gerrard goes right back for a bit. He's also a guy in a Euro final or a World Cup final. If he needs to do a job at right back, left back, DM, centre back, Rooney would fill in any position. And his heart 100, so he won't let you.
I'll tell you what.
Down in that.
If any of these players were available, they'd all be starting for England today.
But we're spoilt for talent though now. But we got some great talent here right now that's going to probably be up there with the because in terms of what these lot have done for international level, they haven't really achieved anything. So
who from the current squad will be being debated alongside these iconic names? You've got names like Beckham, names like Rooney, names like Owen. From this current squad, whose name belongs in this pantheon of greats?
Rice.
Fair. Sean?
I'm going to go Phil Foden.
Yeah, good shout.
Foden.
I'm going to go Bellingham. Right, there we have it. That has been fun. I do love the nostalgic ones. Please do us a favour before you go. Make sure that you click subscribe and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That's my list. I've got Gaza at the top. Do you agree? Make sure that you comment. Let us know your thoughts. We'll all have a look and see what you have to say. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you all on the next episode. Thanks again for watching. If you want to watch a previous episode, make sure that you click the link that's on the screen now. Cheers.